Today we're looking at the D-Day invasion during World War II. Hello, welcome to the Daily Bellringer. Please don't forget to subscribe and take a look at the questions down in the description. Also, don't forget to check out dailybellringer.com where you'll find more resources that go with many of the Bellringer videos. The D-Day invasion, also known as Operation Overlord, was one of the most important events of World War II. It took place on June 6, 1944, when Allied forces landed on the beaches of Normandy in France. This huge military operation marked the beginning of the end for Nazi control in Western Europe. It was the largest seaborne invasion in history, involving over 5,300 ships that all had to work together in a carefully planned attack. Before D-Day, much of Europe was controlled by Nazi Germany, led by Adolf Hitler. Countries like France had been occupied, and people were living under strict and often harsh rules. The Allies, including the United States, Great Britain, and Canada, planned a large invasion across the English Channel from England to France. General Dwight D. Eisenhower was chosen to lead the mission and oversaw much of the planning. The operation took many months and included building special landing boats, gathering supplies, and training soldiers for beach landings. The invasion began before sunrise on June 6 of 1944. Thousands of ships began crossing the English Channel, carrying 75,000 British and Canadian troops, along with 57,000 American soldiers. At the same time, airplanes flew overhead, dropping bombs on German defenses. Additionally, some 13,000 paratroopers from the 82nd and 101st Airborne Divisions of the U.S. Army were dropped behind enemy lines. These paratroopers had dangerous jobs. They landed in the dark and had to find their units while also destroying bridges, cutting communication lines, and blocking roads to slow down German troops. Many of them landed far from their target, but still managed to complete their missions. The main attack happened along 5 beaches in Normandy: Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno, and Sword. Each beach was assigned to different Allied forces. Soldiers traveled in small landing craft, with many being transported in Higgins boats, which were specially designed beach landing craft that opened at the front and could navigate shallow water. Each Higgins boat could carry up to 36 soldiers or a variety of vehicles such as jeeps and tanks. Troops had to carry heavy gear, including weapons, backpacks, and supplies, which made moving difficult. As they approached the beaches, many faced gunfire from German defenses, including bunkers, barbed wire, and hidden mines. One of the toughest battles happened on Omaha Beach. German soldiers were positioned on high cliffs, giving them a clear view of the incoming troops. They fired machine guns and artillery from fortified bunkers, making it very dangerous for the Allied soldiers. Many landing boats were damaged before reaching shore, and soldiers had to jump into deep water under fire. Despite the heavy resistance and confusion, small groups of soldiers worked together to climb the cliffs, destroy enemy positions, and slowly move inland. At Utah Beach, things went more smoothly. Strong ocean currents pushed the landings slightly off course, but this actually helped the troops avoid some of the strongest German defenses. The soldiers were able to secure the beach more quickly and begin moving inland to connect with the paratroopers. Meanwhile, British and Canadian forces landed at Gold, Juno, and Sword beaches. They faced their own challenges, including strong defenses and crowded landing zones, but they were able to push forward and capture important towns and roads. The weather played a very important role in the invasion. The Allies needed low tide to see and avoid underwater obstacles, but they also needed enough light to guide their landing craft. The weather was cloudy and rough, which made the journey difficult. General Eisenhower had to decide whether to delay the invasion or move forward. He chose to move ahead, knowing that the bad weather might actually help surprise the Germans, who did not expect an attack in such conditions. By the end of D-Day, more than 150,000 Allied troops had landed in Normandy, making it the largest amphibious landing in the history of warfare. Thousands were injured or killed. Estimates vary widely, with somewhere around 10,000 casualties for the Allied forces, 4,400 of which were killed in action. Numbers of casualties for the German forces are much less clear, with somewhere between 5,000 and 9,000 casualties. Despite the heavy losses, the Allies succeeded in gaining control of the beaches. Engineers quickly began clearing obstacles and building temporary harbors so more supplies and reinforcements could arrive. In the days that followed, more troops, tanks, and equipment poured into France, allowing the Allies to continue their push against German forces. The events and success of the Allied forces on D-Day would be the beginning of the end for Hitler and Nazi control over much of Europe, leading to the eventual Allied victory. So with that, hopefully you learned something, and thanks for watching.